Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. The rumours today are still all about Gonzalo Higuain. So many conflicting rumours. Of course, we had the rumour yesterday which said that Napoli may be open to a deal which involves Olivier Giroud plus 50 million for Gonzalo Higuain, and of course it was a rumour that was all over the place. At the time I was thinking, what a ridiculous rumour, but it lingers on again today, and there's several rumours to do with Gonzalo Higuain. First of all, the Italian journalist Emanuele Giallini, he claims that Napoli have got no interest in the swap deal, but they say that Higuain's agent, his brother, has agreed personal terms with Arsenal, and he also goes on to say that Napoli would only sell him if Arsenal meet his £80 million release clause. 80 million, right? So that's one story that's flying around, and the fact that, you know, that saying basically that Higuain wants to leave, has already agreed with Arsenal personal terms, wants to come to Arsenal, but basically now it's all down to the club. Do Napoli want to sell him? Napoli are saying, all right, yeah, £80 million. That is a hell of a lot of money for Gonzalo Higuain. It was also interesting that Giroud's agent, when he was asked about the whole swap deal thing, he came out with some rather sort of strange comments. Rather than just saying, listen, Olivier Giroud's an Arsenal player, full stop, we haven't heard anything, blah, blah, blah. He came out and he said, as of today, Giroud is an Arsenal forward. As of today. Wonder why he said that, as of today. He said, if they were to ask him to leave, then we'd evaluate the situation. There would be no fear in Olivier going to Napoli, as we're talking about a magnificent place in Naples. My client would have a wonderful lifestyle, not to mention that Maurizio Sarri's style of football would get the best out of a striker like him. And that's a bit of a strange, you know, I thought his agent would just come out and just say, listen, we ain't heard nothing, we don't know nothing about that. But he seems to be there slightly entertaining it, isn't he? He's sort of saying, well, you know what, if it happens, it's all good, we'd move. Which is a strange one, for him to come out and say that. Angling for more money maybe as well. We don't know with his agents. We really don't know. And then finally, of course, the one that's still flying around is that the swap deal could still be on. That Arsenal have invited the Napoli president to come and meet with them to discuss the deal. I wonder why we want to buy the player. We're telling him to come over here. I can't see that somehow. But listen, the rumours persist today. £80 million though, release clause. I mean, what do you guys value Gonzalo Higuain at? For me, I'd say in the current market, I'll probably be saying that he's worth about 55 to 60 million. 80 million just seems, no way Arsenal are going to pay 80 million. Let's just have that right. There's no way that Arsenal are going to pay 80 million pounds. Maybe a swap deal. Maybe that would be something that would be possible, but even then, I just can't see it. I mean, interestingly, we did that poll yesterday and we asked you about Olivier Giroud. We said, would you swap Olivier Giroud plus 50 million pounds for Gonzalo Higuain? 56% of you said no, you wouldn't do that. 44% of you said yes. So, as usual, Giroud dividing opinion, but most people want Giroud to stay at the club. Then they don't want him as part of any swap deal for Gonzalo Higuain, which was very interesting. Also linked today, again, with Julian Draxler, another rumour that just won't go away. Bild, the German publication, claimed that Wolfsburg have put a value on him now, said to Arsenal basically, if you want him, £50 million. That's how much it's going to cost you. If you know, we only just bought him a couple of seasons ago. If you want this player, this is the sort of money you're going to have to pay for him. £50 million for Julian Draxler. Listen, he's a young prospect. He plays for Germany, played well in the Euros, still on the rise. You consider that Raheem Sterling went for the same sort of price to Manchester City. You've got to say that is a fair valuation for a player of Julian Draxler. Where would he fit in though? Would we play him as a striker? Would we play him on the wings? Do we need Julian Draxler? That's the poll today. Do we need Julian Draxler? Yes or no? let me know, and because he is a great player, would be, I think, welcomed by most fans, but do we actually need him? Let me know in the poll. We need a centre-back. I think loads of us know that, and we're being linked today with Kostas Manolos, a player that we were heavily linked to before he decided to move to Roma from Olympiacos. Now he seems to be, well, not quite surplus to requirements, but Roma seems to be moving for other centre-backs at the moment. His agent has confirmed that he hasn't renewed his contract, so his contract runs out. He's still got a couple of years left, but he hasn't done his extension. So he is available, Kostas Manolos, and be round about the 20-25 million pound mark. Good player. Arsenal need a centre-back, and we're being heavily linked with a move with Kostas Manolos. Seems to be what a lot of the papers are saying. It's either us or Chelsea. Mind you, we're linked with us, and Chelsea linked with nearly everybody at the moment. But Manolos, another player being linked today. John Torrell is officially joined Granada on loan. He's gone there for 1 year. As I said, I was a bit surprised that he's gone over to La Liga. I thought they would have tried to loan him to a Premier League club. Always worry when I see a player going over to, say, La Liga on loan, probably do well there and then end up staying there. He's Spanish after all, so a bit surprising that one after having such a successful season at Birmingham. But John Torrell has gone out on a 1 year loan, so good luck to John Torrell on that loan. And finally, Thierry Henry. Remember, we spoke about this yesterday, and I've seen loads of people on social media, Arsenal fans, arguing about this one. Some people saying that they think the club done the right thing. If he can't commit to the club 100%, then sorry, Arsene Wenger's right. Other people, like myself, I've got to say I'm in this camp, saying that, listen, the guy's offering to do it for free. All right, he can do it part-time. He's got his Sky commitments, but let's try and keep these legends on board at the club. That's my opinion. He's offering to do it for nothing, right? So let's keep him on board. And the guy's influence, just to have him around the place for those young players, Thierry Henry, that must be an amazing influence on those players. As a matter of fact, I've spoken to somebody before who told me it is. Somebody who works there, who works with the youth team, who told me he does have an amazing influence on the youngsters. So I'm really surprised at this move by Arsenal. For me, it's just another own goal in a transfer summer at the moment, which has been just full of misery, which has just been full of moaning, full of fans being disillusioned at the moment with a lack of transfers. And then this Thierry Henry thing now is just another thing now. It's just added to it. Then we hear today that both Watford and West Ham are willing to offer Thierry Henry deals to come and coach their teams, and they're willing to let him do his Sky work and also coach their teams. Now, imagine if he ends up at one of those two places. You see, I don't know. We should be keeping hold of these legends. It's my opinion on this one, is that we should be keeping hold of these legends. I don't know. I know some people out there were saying, listen, if he's that committed, he's jacking his job at Sky. Come on, jacking a job at Sky. He's a Sky pundit, BBC pundit, earning millions of pounds to jack it in for, I don't know, 100, 200,000 pounds to coach the youth team. Remember, it's not the first team, the youth team. I think that's unreasonable. Guy's got to earn a living, and plus let's have this great involved in our club. That's my opinion, but listen, that's just my opinion. You guys have got opinions as well. Let me know them in the comments, actually. Let me know what you guys think. Let's get into a few of those. Loco Fletch says, Wenger should give me half of his 8 million a year because you do more things associated with Arsenal transfers than him. Okay, I'll have that. I'll take the 8 million. I'll tell you what, right? I'll get out there, and then there's players out there that are ready that I could see that Arsenal should be getting. I just don't understand it. Jack Hawkins says, that swap deal is rubbish. We need a striker who can play off Giroud, not instead of him. Scouting for FIFA says, can't see Wenger selling Giroud. I wouldn't get rid of him personally either. Keep him on the bench. And Draken Slayer says, swap Walcott and 50 million for Higuain. Giroud is actually decent, especially if he plays with a faster striker. Oh, one more here, right? Kevin Robbie says that 50 million euros should be spent on either Lacazette or Icardi. And that's another great point there. The Higuain thing for me, I don't know. I can't see it happening. It's just too much money. Unless that money drops down significantly to, I don't know, maybe 60 million. I just can't. That price range, he's 28 now, Gonzalo Higuain. That just seems, even though he's a great goal scorer, it just seems totally out of... No, I just can't see that happening. Aubameyang, I'd say yes, because he's younger, so somebody like that more exciting. I'd say, but no, Higuain, I understand it from Napoli. The guy scored 36 goals last season, but hey, let's wait and see what happens. Don't forget to check out my brand new channel, Man Like Robbie. Get over there today, video going up on there. I've started doing my own personal pre-season 90-day challenge. You've got to check out that video. Try to get fit for the new season ahead. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back around about the same time tomorrow.